Hello, how you doing? This is Christopher Wright. I'm here with Steve Saperstein, running for the State Assembly in Southern Brooklyn. And all I want to do is kind of have a quick questionnaire with him, just back and forth, kind of see where his policy is and what reason why he decided to run and how he's going to help out the Brooklyn district. So I'm going to go ahead and let him kind of give you a little background about himself, and we'll go from there.
How are you? Steve Saperstein. I'm running for the State Assembly in Southern Brooklyn. A little bit about me, I'm actually a public school teacher, and I'm running really because I'm fed up. This is a seat that's been vacated by twice in a row now by criminals. The woman before me, Pam Harris, is now awaiting sentencing for tax fraud. And my reasoning for running, and I tell a lot of people, is to step up. Children and education are my life, and I'm raising a young family in the district, so I'm really concerned about her future and the direction of the city and the state. A little bit about me, what makes me interesting is that my first language actually was American Sign Language, and my parents and my younger brother are deaf. So growing up, I was their advocate, their voice, and when people tried to take advantage of them, I stepped up. So I was really an advocate at an early age, and I'm really just fed up. Right now, we're in divisive times. You have the left that's hogging the microphone, and it's not giving people like myself, common sense people like Chris, a voice. And that's what really my initiative and my agenda is bringing really common sense back. I do believe that I am a bipartisan problem solver. Yes, I am a Republican. I'm a proud Republican, and oftentimes people try to degrade us and dismiss our views because of party affiliation. And I have news for you. I have news for the left. I have news for my opponent. The time is over for that because the people are realizing that nothing is changing. I mean, Coney Island is a huge part of my district, and there are many Democrats there that are living in terrible, deplorable conditions in the NYC housing projects, and yet the same elected officials are all rallying around my opponent. Because why? Because the status quo. They don't want to rat on themselves. So I'm really their worst nightmare. I'm someone that's going to speak out on these issues, and through the help of you, through the help of guys like Christopher, spread the message and say, look what's going on. Nothing is changing. Your conditions are worse. You have lead paint. The water is undrinkable. Your schools are terrible. We want to give you a choice. We want to give you an opportunity to really rise up. And I do believe that we do have a movement here, but we need to win elections. And this is an election where a Republican can and will win, and I can't do it alone. So I appreciate you having me, and I hope that was okay.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much. See, he went over a lot that he went over here at this meeting today we had. And I'm glad that's why I wanted to go back on, because Steve, he's a really good man, and he really loves New York, loves Brooklyn, born and raised here, like you mentioned. And I'm trying to bring substance to the movement, because you guys know I've done my walk and talks where I just kind of tell you my feeling when it comes to conservatism and the importance of it. But I want to be a man, not just my word, but action as well. And we got a man here who's about action. So, I'm just trying to get him, spread out his message. Today it's New York City Red. But I just want to get his message out there. And one more thing, a couple more things I do want to ask him real quick. One thing is something personal related to me, as Steve knows and some other people in the area know as well. Of course, you guys, a lot of you know. I'm a walk-away individual myself. I decided to walk away from the Democratic Party. I made a video recently that's got a lot of feedback, but I really decided a couple years ago on my own to walk away. 2016 was my first time voting Republican. So I want him to just kind of tell everyone out there, all the listeners, one or two questions is how he's going to reach out to those walk-away individuals who are now on the fence and don't really have anywhere. They're not Republican and not Democrat, but they left that party and just trying to decide what they want to do next. And I'll let him just kind of go over what he's going to do to kind of.
Well, Chris. First off, it's actually ironic because I myself am also a walk-away. I didn't know any better. I just was a Democrat my whole life, and about 2002, after high school, I went to college, and I said, you know what, things aren't. You had 9/11, and really things weren't going my way, and my elected officials weren't paying attention to me. I saw what was going out in the outside world. I saw we were, it was almost a self-victimization going on. And you're seeing it now, and there wasn't a personal responsibility out there taking charge of your actions, always blaming the other person. And there are people out there who are feeling marginalized, and they feel that they're being taken advantage of by the Democratic Party. And personally, well, I don't believe that you should be defined by one particular party, because it's impossible to peg yourself within one hole. I mean, you're right, we have two major parties. We have the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. What I'm telling you today is, don't feel that just because you have to, because the Democrats are the majority party, that you have to be a Democrat to have a voice. And I'm proving that you don't have to be a Democrat. You can be, like myself, a Republican. I believe I'm a common sense Republican, someone that could, talk to all sides and be bipartisan. Because at the end of the day, my opponents are going to try to paint me as a crazy Trump Republican. Good, bring it on. Because you know why? You know why I love that? Because that means when you're going after me, not because of my substance, not because of the issues, but because of my party affiliation, that means that you have nothing to bring to the table. And that's what the people are finally starting to see, because schools are terrible. They really are. I mean, you look at the education standards, and even in Coney Island, all the elementary schools are rated 2, 3, and 4s out of a 10. I mean, we need to do better, and the money's there. Seniors, transportation. I mean, these are real issues. And again, I say, look at NYCHA. Conditions are the worst they've ever been. But people were going to get scared into these scare tactics. Well, only Democrats can save you. The evil Trump Republicans are going to come in here, and they're racist and they're misogynistic, and they don't care about you. That's not true. And guys like Christopher, even guys like myself, through my candidacy here in Southern Brooklyn, are trying to tell you that have a mind of your own, think for yourself. Yes. And people are becoming aware, and it means a lot to me. That's why I'm running for State Assembly in Southern Brooklyn. You can check out my page at Steve Saperstein, NYC, and you can come, reach out to me, and I can't do it alone. And guys like Christopher, we're stepping up, and it's a movement. Because if we could take back this seat in an area in Coney Island, I was trying to tell this to Christopher, Republicans, conservatives get 3%. If we can get it to 10%, we win the election. And then we have a voice, and we give the marginalized some, to reach out to, and the status quo doesn't like that. So that's why I'm here speaking, and guys like Christopher are doing a great job.
All right, thank you so much for that, Steve. And just the last thing, like I said, one more thing to kind of build off that last question is this is, I have my own YouTube channel, as you guys all know, and I'm going to share this information with everybody, including them as well. But I'm also with a group called Turn New York City Red. And I just kind of want Steve to kind of give a message directly to that group right now, and just kind of say, how he's going to be the candidate to help turn New York City red.
Thanks, and a shout out to Turn NYC Red. I follow your social media. I mean, look, plain and simple. When I'm elected, I will be the only Republican in the state assembly that fully covers Brooklyn. And that's how you win, and that's how you get your voice heard. And if you look at areas, there are pockets, especially in Brooklyn and in New York City, where they're red, and people are registering red, but because of extreme gerrymandering, our voices aren't being heard. And I'm telling you now, we have an opportunity with this open seat. And anytime there's an open seat, you have to take advantage of it, because you know the power of the incumbents, you know the power of the unions. All that stuff is getting thrown at me, but it's an open seat. So what that means is it's an opportunity, because the power of the incumbency dictates 98% victory rate for the incumbent. Right? Now that there's an open seat, our chances are greater than ever, but I can't do it alone. So Turn NYC Red, I really need your support, because even in my district, right, even though it's a Democrat 2-1, it went 70% for the Republicans, 70% for Trump. Same thing when Romney ran. So we can win, but unfortunately, we're not doing well in the other parts of the district. So that's where I need your help, to come help educate people, because I do believe you have a sit-down conversation. And that's what, Trump did great. He went into these communities and says, look what's happening to you. Look what's going on.
Yes.
It can't get any worse. Think for yourself. And people are like, wait a minute, really? I don't have to listen to my tenant association leader? I don't have to listen to, a lot of these people are paid off. I don't have to listen to them. I can think for myself. I'm not afraid of the repercussions. And that's what we need to do. And I think that we will do, and I know we will do a good job. And I get it's the end of the summer. But after Labor Day, things are going to get picked up, and before you know it, Election Day is going to come out. So I need, please mobilize, talk to Christopher, reach out to me, and I need your help. Thank you, NYC Red, and to all of Chris's followers. It means so much. I appreciate you having me on the channel, and I follow you from afar, Chris. Amazing work, and we need to change the narrative. We really do, because we're not racist. We're not misogynistic. You know, you can paint other people that way, and nobody's perfect. I'm not going to sit here and defend actions of anybody anytime they step over the line. But you can't define an entire movement based on one person or a specific set of actions. You have to think for yourselves, and that's what people try to do. Okay? And you see what's happening over on the with this democratic socialism. It's crazy, and that's trendy right now. You see they're mobilized. Ocasio-Cortez had thousands of people knocking on doors, and that's how she beat entrenched incumbent. Now I'm saying I'm going to get 1,000 people, but we got to do something. So let's go. Let's step it up, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. Again, Steve Saperstein. I'm running Southern Brooklyn, and I really could use your help and support. Thank you very much, Chris. I really do appreciate it.
All right, Steve. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope that covers a lot, because you said a lot in that interview there. It's a lot of that short period of time. So, turn NYC Red. I just want to say a quick shout out to you guys out there. Thank you for everything you're doing. All my followers on YouTube. You know, like I said, I'm going to put the action behind the words, and this is part of that action. Thank you, everybody, for your time, and I look forward to do more videos in the future. Stay tuned. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.